What's up, people? Welcome on my YouTube channel. My name is Clifford Mlauzi, and I'm gonna share with you how I actually caught this nice buying trade on US30, and also how I caught this buying trade on NASDAQ. So both these trades gave us a very good amount of money, and I'm gonna put a screenshot. Yeah, so that's it. And we also made this is the amount of money that we made on NASDAQ, and it was a pretty good trade. And I want to show you step by step on how I caught these trades, and I want you guys to be there and pay attention. This strategy is the same as the same smart money concepts, but then what matters is how you approach it, how you apply it. So if you want to learn how to do that, then just click on the video, and yeah, let me show you. So this was actually, let me take you on the real charts. So this was actually the time when this trade was happening, and we'll start with the NASDAQ trade. So you already know that first thing you need to identify the market direction, where you think that the market could possibly be going. So in my case, I actually identified that in this scenario we might be seeing price pushing to the upside. So let me just get my tools. Yeah, in this case we might be seeing price moving to the upside. So I actually saw this potential area, which was the last broke before this break we had this break, and I was looking forward to see this area holding price. So I've been seeing this area holding price. This was the first time, and then this on the second time, and then we saw price coming here again. So I was like, I think this is actually a good opportunity to be looking for buys, and then we started preparing the strategy. So I went on a smaller time frame. I normally use the 15-minute time frame. So on a 15-minute time frame was me just trying to understand what the market could possibly be doing. So in this scenario, I actually when I came here, I brought this line. I identified the lowest low, which is the lower low, and I identified the highest high, which was this area. Okay, so remember, by the time I was doing all this analysis, the market was somewhere around here, somewhere around there. So when I identified my higher high and identified my lower low, I had seen that the market, this high high has actually broken this area, and the market is pushing down. And I understand that this push was due to the news that was released last Friday during NFP. And I was thinking that if price actually came here again and then went up and then came down and then bounced back and then going up, what could be the possible setup happening? And I was like, okay, fine, I think we are building liquidity right here, and if I see price breaking this liquidity, I'll be so confident entering the trade. So what I did was I went further on a smaller time frame. And on a smaller time frame, I was seeing all this liquidity being built, and I identified an area where I was looking forward to see price coming in. And I said that if price comes in this area, I'm going to be buying. Okay, I'm gonna be buying. So what actually happened was price came in the area and then went up. By the time the market went up, I was like, but then I just feel like the market did not take out this liquidity down here. If I see the price coming taking out this liquidity down here, I'll be so confident to enter the market. And then it's when the market came again and then came on these levels. And let me see. So in this scenario, you can see that the market, even though it came but didn't take out the liquidity, and it didn't take so much time before it came back to take out the liquidity. So as soon as the market came and swept off all the liquidity at the bottom, as soon as the market came and swept all the liquidity at the bottom, I had to watch the market closely so that I can see a confirmation, because I'm always looking for a confirmation on a 1 minute time frame, and I wanna take you there. I'm always looking for a confirmation on a 1 minute time frame. I want to see liquidity being grabbed, and then after liquidity has been grabbed, that's when I'm so confident to enter a trade. So let me take you there. All right, so this is it. Let me take off this. let me take off this. So in this case, I had my liquidity listing at the bottom right here. My liquidity listing at the bottom here. Let me just zoom out. All right, so my liquidity was listing down here, and then I actually saw price coming. This was my liquidity, and actually saw price coming down here, taking it out. As soon as the market took all this liquidity out, I was like, nah, I think this is the time to enter. So I would just wait for like 2 or 3 candles to be formed. So it actually formed the first candle, the second candle, and then it entered the market right here. And then, oops, yeah, when I entered the market right there, I had to wait to see what the market is gonna do, and then the market started going. I'll put it actually a screenshot right here. You should see how it all started, and that's how the trade went. And I'll just leave a chart right here. You should see how everything was going, and the trade was just going up, going up, going up, and I started locking in profits. And yeah, so this is what was basically happening. So the trade went as far as this high, and my take profit was actually here. My first take profit was, my last take profit was here. I had entered like a couple of positions, but my first take profit was here, my second one was here, my third one was here. But when because I don't want to like hold trades at night, I don't want to be in trades at night and also on, and I just thought maybe I could close somewhere around here and then go just leave the trade. But I could have left the trade running up until this time, but I just felt like, nah, I don't want to leave this trade line because crazy stuff can happen at night. That's why you can see that on this trade, this is where exactly I exited the trade, and yeah, I made that profit. I made the profit. I'll make sure that I put everything right here so that you guys can see, be transparent as possible. Next is the trade. Okay, so that's basically how I caught the NASDAQ trade. The NASDAQ trade, I was simply waiting for liquidity grabs, and these liquidity grabs normally happen during during London session and Asian session. So all right, so that's how I caught the NASDAQ trade. Now, first, let's go on how I caught this beautiful NASDAQ. This beautiful US30 trade. So this is what happened on the charts. Let's go on the charts fast real quick. All right, so I actually caught the trade right here. I bought, okay, anyway, let me just analyze it first for you and then I'll show you. Okay, so this is what happened. Remember, I'm always waiting for liquidity to be grabbed during the London or New York session. So this was my lowest low where I was expecting liquidity to be grabbed. So forgive me guys, I always remove all the tools that I'm using when I'm done for the day, when the session is over. So I remove everything so that tomorrow I can come with on fresh charts. Okay, so I was waiting for this liquidity to be taken out, and what actually happened was it's exactly the same thing that actually happened. The market, I was waiting for like 2 or 3 candles to be formed to be pushing to the upside. This was my first entry. If the market doesn't enter here, then I'll wait for this liquidity down here to be taken out. All right, so this was actually like my first trade up there, and then this was my second trade. So when the market went up and then gave me 2 or 3 candles, I was like, nah, I think it's time to be buying. I didn't like spend so much time on this one because you can see my stop loss was actually down here. I didn't want to like risk so much money, so I entered this trade right somewhere there, and I was taking my profit. I think so, yeah, somewhere there. Okay, that's how I actually did it. But then before I went there, let me just take you on a 1 hour. In a 1 hour, I want to show you what's happening. On a 1 hour, it's like, okay, you're seeing the same thing that I've explained on NASDAQ, whereby price was in this zone, where price was bouncing in this zone, and this zone is actually simply telling me that in this area price is this price might respect this zone for a couple of times. This is my buying, my demand zone, and yeah, I saw price bouncing and then price went up. I was like, nah, I think this should be a buying position, a buying trade. And then yeah, it was a very good buying trade, and everything was pretty good. And I'm gonna also show you like a screenshot of how I caught the trade plus the profits. Otherwise guys, let me know if you have learned something from analysis, and I'll be doing more of these videos. I'll be doing more of these videos, a breakdown of how I take my trades, so that you guys can actually see if we and if you guys we're sharing something in common, or you're doing the right thing. I know that I might not do the right thing, but what I'm doing is working for me, and I'm so much excited about it because it's giving me some very good profits. Otherwise guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and